The Daily Edge. Master your time, focus, and results. Simple systems, powerful habits, and practical strategies to win every day. Introduction. Why winning your day means winning your life. Every remarkable life is built one ordinary day at a time. This idea may sound simple, yet it holds one of the most powerful truths about personal success. People often believe that life changes because of dramatic moments, a major promotion, a successful business launch, a life-changing opportunity, or a lucky break. While these moments can certainly influence our journey, they are rarely the true reason behind lasting success. Extraordinary lives are built through ordinary days. Every morning presents a new opportunity. Every sunrise offers 24 hours that can never be recovered once they pass. Whether those hours become a foundation for success or disappear into distraction depends entirely on the choices we make. The quality of your future is determined by the quality of your daily decisions. If you spend each day learning, growing, improving your health, strengthening relationships, and completing meaningful work, your future gradually becomes brighter. If your days are filled with procrastination, endless distractions, poor habits, and neglected priorities, your future quietly moves in another direction. Life does not suddenly become successful. It becomes successful one productive day at a time. This book is built around a simple philosophy called the Daily Edge. The Daily Edge is not about working harder than everyone else. It is not about waking up at 4 o'clock every morning. It is not about filling every minute with work or sacrificing your happiness for achievement. Instead, it is about making intentional choices every single day that move your life forward. The Daily Edge means protecting your most valuable resources, your time, your focus, and your energy. These three resources determine almost everything you accomplish. Time is your most valuable asset because it cannot be replaced. Money lost today can be earned again. Opportunities may return. Knowledge can always be expanded. But every hour that passes is gone forever. Whether you use that hour wisely or waste it completely, you will never have another chance to live it. Focus determines where your time goes. Many people believe they lack time when, in reality, they lack focus. Modern life is filled with endless distractions. Smartphones vibrate every few minutes. Social media encourages constant scrolling. News updates compete for attention. Entertainment is available every second of the day. Never before has it been so easy to become distracted. Never before has deep focus been so valuable. People who learn to control their attention gain an enormous advantage in every area of life. Results come from the combination of time and focus. Time without focus creates busyness. Focus without action creates dreams. Time combined with focused action creates meaningful results. This book is designed to help you master all three. Throughout these chapters, you will discover practical methods for organizing your days, improving concentration, overcoming procrastination, building productive habits, and creating systems that make success easier to achieve. You will not find complicated theories or unrealistic routines. The principles in this book are designed for ordinary people with ordinary responsibilities. Whether you are a student preparing for exams, a professional managing a demanding career, an entrepreneur building a business, or someone simply trying to create a more meaningful life, the ideas presented here can help you gain greater control over your days. One of the biggest misconceptions about productivity is that productive people are always motivated. They are not. Motivation comes and goes. Some mornings you wake up excited. Other mornings you feel tired. Some days everything goes according to plan. Other days unexpected problems appear. If your progress depends entirely on motivation, your progress will always be inconsistent. The people who achieve remarkable results understand something different. They build systems instead of depending on emotions. They create routines that continue even when motivation disappears. They understand that consistency is far more valuable than intensity. Working with extraordinary effort for one day rarely changes your life. Working with steady intention for hundreds of days certainly does. Imagine improving by only 1% each day. The change would be almost invisible at first. After 1 week, you might notice very little difference. After 1 month, you would begin feeling stronger, wiser, and more organized. After 1 year, your life could look completely different. Small improvements compound. Just as money grows through compound interest, daily habits grow through repeated action. Every productive morning strengthens productive afternoons. Every productive afternoon strengthens productive evenings. Every productive day strengthens productive weeks. Weeks become months. Months become years. Eventually, your habits become your lifestyle. One of the greatest lessons you will learn throughout this book is that success is rarely created through dramatic breakthroughs. Instead, it grows quietly. A writer completes 1 page. A musician practices 1 song. An athlete improves 1 workout. A business owner solves 1 problem. A student studies 1 chapter. These actions appear ordinary. Repeated consistently, they become extraordinary. This perspective removes unnecessary pressure. You do not need to become perfect tomorrow. You only need to become slightly better today. Every chapter in this book builds upon this philosophy. You will learn how to identify what truly matters instead of staying constantly busy. You will discover methods for protecting your attention in a world designed to steal it. You will understand why successful people rely on systems instead of willpower. You will learn how to overcome procrastination, maintain consistency, recover from setbacks, and continue improving long after the excitement of a new goal fades. Most importantly, you will learn how to build a life that feels intentional rather than accidental. Many people spend years reacting to whatever happens around them. Emails determine their priorities. Notifications control their attention. Urgent requests replace meaningful work. They become busy without becoming effective. The Daily Edge offers another approach. Instead of reacting to life, you begin designing it. Instead of allowing distractions to control your schedule, you decide what deserves your attention. Instead of hoping productive days happen naturally, you create them deliberately. This shift may seem small. In reality, it changes everything. Because when you control your days, you gradually control your future. Throughout history, nearly every meaningful achievement has required patience. Forests do not grow overnight. Masterpieces are not painted in a single afternoon. Businesses are not built in a week. Strong relationships are not formed through 1 conversation. Likewise, becoming productive is not a weekend project. It is a lifelong practice. There will be days when your plans fail. You will occasionally lose focus. Unexpected responsibilities will interrupt carefully planned schedules. There will be moments when you question your progress. These experiences are normal. The goal is not perfection. The goal is persistence. Each new morning offers another opportunity to return to the habits that matter. Every productive choice becomes another investment in your future. As you read this book, remember that knowledge alone never changes lives. Application does. Reading about productivity will not make you productive. Thinking about success will not make you successful. Only consistent action transforms information into results. Allow these pages to become more than ideas. Turn them into daily habits. Experiment with the principles. Adapt them to your life. Practice them until they become automatic. Months from now, you may look back and realize that the greatest change did not happen because of 1 extraordinary event. It happened because you learned to win ordinary days. That is the true purpose of this book. Not to help you have 1 productive week. Not to inspire temporary motivation. But to help you build a way of living where each day becomes another step toward the person you are capable of becoming. The future you desire is not waiting at the end of a single achievement. It is being created by the choices you make today. Today is your opportunity. Today is your advantage. Today is where your daily edge begins. Chapter 1. The daily edge mindset. Every great achievement begins long before the first action is taken. It begins with a decision. A decision to think differently. A decision to stop making excuses. A decision to believe that your future is created by your daily actions rather than your circumstances. This decision forms the foundation of what we will call the daily edge mindset. Before you can master your time, sharpen your focus, or achieve remarkable results, you must first develop the mindset that allows those habits to flourish. Many people search endlessly for better planners, productivity applications, and motivational techniques. They believe the next tool will finally solve their problems. While useful tools can certainly improve organization, they are never the true source of productivity. The most effective productivity system in the world cannot help someone who refuses to use it consistently. Likewise, a simple notebook can transform the life of someone who has developed the right mindset. The difference is never the tool. The difference is the person using it. Your mindset determines how you respond to challenges, setbacks, distractions, opportunities, and success itself. It influences every decision you make throughout the day. If your thinking is weak, your actions become inconsistent. If your thinking is strong, your actions become intentional. The quality of your life will rarely exceed the quality of your daily thinking. That is why everything begins here. Success is created before it is seen. Most people only notice success after it becomes visible. They see the published author, the successful entrepreneur, the accomplished athlete, the respected leader. They admire the finished result without recognizing the invisible work that created it. Long before success became public, those individuals were making private decisions. They were studying when no one was watching, practicing when nobody applauded, improving while others were distracted, showing up even when progress seemed invisible. Success is always built in private before it appears in public. The life you experience tomorrow is quietly being built by the thoughts and actions you choose today. This means your greatest opportunities are not hidden somewhere in the future. They exist inside today's ordinary decisions. You become what you repeatedly do. Imagine two people beginning their careers on the same day. Both possess similar intelligence. Both have similar education. Both receive the same opportunities. The first person spends 30 minutes every day learning something new. The second spends those same 30 minutes scrolling through social media. At the end of 1 week, there is almost no noticeable difference. At the end of 1 month, the difference remains small. At the end of 1 year, the first person has gained more than 180 hours of learning. After 5 years, that difference becomes extraordinary. One person has accumulated knowledge, confidence, and valuable skills. The other has accumulated temporary entertainment. The gap was never created by one dramatic decision. It was created through thousands of ordinary choices. This is how every life develops. Your habits quietly shape your future. Whether they help you or hurt you depends entirely on what you repeatedly choose to do. The myth of overnight success. Modern culture celebrates instant success. We hear stories about companies that grew rapidly, creators who became famous overnight, athletes who suddenly achieved greatness. But when you look closely, you almost always discover years of unseen preparation. The overnight success spent years practicing, learning, failing, improving, building experience. The world simply noticed the final chapter. Never compare your beginning with someone else's visible success. You are seeing their highlight, not their history. Focus on writing your own story, one day at a time. Responsibility creates freedom. Many people view responsibility as a burden. In reality, responsibility creates freedom. When you accept responsibility for your life, you stop waiting for circumstances to improve. You stop blaming other people. You stop hoping someone else will solve your problems. Instead, you begin asking better questions. What can I improve today? What lesson can I learn from this setback? What action can I take right now? These questions return control to you. You may not control every situation, but you always control your response. And your response determines your future far more than the situation itself. Motivation is temporary. Everyone enjoys feeling motivated. Motivation creates excitement, energy, optimism, confidence. But motivation is unpredictable. Some mornings you wake up inspired. Other mornings you feel exhausted. If you only work when motivation appears, your progress will always depend on your emotions. Successful people understand this. They appreciate motivation when it comes, but they never depend on it. Instead, they build routines. They create schedules. They establish habits. When motivation disappears, the routine continues. Eventually, discipline replaces excitement. Consistency replaces inspiration. Results replace wishes. That is where real progress begins. The power of one decision. Many people underestimate the importance of small decisions. Yet every important change begins with one simple choice. Choosing to wake up when the alarm rings. Choosing to finish an important task before checking your phone. Choosing to read instead of watching another episode. Choosing to exercise instead of making another excuse. Each decision appears insignificant. Together, they become your lifestyle. Never underestimate today's choices. They are introducing you to tomorrow's life. Comfort is often the enemy of growth. Human beings naturally seek comfort. Comfort feels safe, predictable, pleasant. But growth usually exists just beyond comfort. Learning a difficult skill feels uncomfortable. Starting a business feels uncertain. Giving a presentation creates nervousness. Having an honest conversation may feel difficult. These uncomfortable moments are often where the greatest growth occurs. Instead of avoiding discomfort, learn to recognize it as evidence that you are expanding your abilities. Comfort maintains your current life. Growth requires stepping beyond it. Small improvements create extraordinary results. Imagine improving by only 1% every day. The improvement seems too small to matter. Yet over time, those tiny gains accumulate. Reading 10 pages each day becomes thousands of pages each year. Saving a small amount every week becomes significant financial security over time. Learning one new idea every day creates remarkable knowledge after several years. Never dismiss small progress. The greatest achievements in history were built through countless small improvements. Consistency transforms ordinary effort into extraordinary outcomes. Build confidence through action. Many people wait until they feel confident before taking action. Confidence rarely works that way. Confidence grows because of action. The first speech builds confidence for the second. The first completed project builds confidence for the next challenge. Every promise you keep to yourself strengthens self-belief. Confidence is earned, not imagined. The quickest way to become more confident is to begin. Small victories gradually eliminate self-doubt. Each completed task becomes proof that you are capable of more than you previously believed. Protect your standards. Goals tell you what you want. Standards determine how you behave. Anyone can set ambitious goals. Fewer people establish high standards. Your standards influence your daily decisions. They determine whether you prepare thoroughly or settle for average. Whether you finish important work or postpone it. Whether you honor commitments or make excuses. Raise your standards. Your life will naturally begin rising with them. Focus on direction, not speed. Modern society encourages constant urgency. People want faster results. Faster promotions. Faster businesses. Faster success. But speed means little if you are moving in the wrong direction. A slow step toward the right destination is more valuable than running toward the wrong one. Every day, ask yourself a simple question. Am I moving in the direction of the life I want? If the answer is yes, continue. Even small progress counts. Direction determines destiny. The daily edge begins with you. There will never be a perfect moment to change your life. You will never wake up with unlimited motivation every morning. Life will continue presenting distractions, responsibilities, and unexpected challenges. Waiting for ideal circumstances only delays progress. The daily edge begins when you decide that today matters. That today's habits matter. That today's focus matters. That today's choices matter. Because every meaningful future is built inside ordinary days. The person you become next year depends less on dramatic events than on the decisions you make after reading this page. You already possess the ability to improve your life. What remains is the willingness to act consistently. One productive morning. One focused afternoon. One intentional evening. Repeated day after day. That is how extraordinary lives are built. That is how remarkable results are achieved. And that is how the daily edge becomes your greatest advantage. Chapter 2. Time is your greatest asset. Time is the only resource that every human being receives in exactly the same amount. Every day, every person is given 24 hours. The world's greatest entrepreneurs receive 24 hours. Olympic athletes receive 24 hours. Scientists, artists, teachers, students, and business owners all receive the same daily allowance. Money can be earned, invested, lost, and recovered. Knowledge can be gained throughout life. Skills can be developed with practice. Even physical strength can improve through consistent training. But time is different. Once a minute has passed, it belongs to history forever. There is no bank where you can save today's unused hours for tomorrow. There is no investment that can purchase another yesterday. Time moves in only one direction: forward. Because of this, the way you spend your time ultimately determines the quality of your life. If someone examined your calendar for an entire year, they could make surprisingly accurate predictions about your future. Your schedule reveals your priorities. It shows what you value. It exposes what receives your attention. And it quietly predicts the results you are likely to experience. Many people believe they need more time. In reality, they often need greater awareness of how they already spend it. The first step toward mastering time is understanding its true value. Time is more valuable than money. Imagine someone offered you two gifts. The first is $1 million. The second is an extra 20 years of healthy life. Most people would choose the years. Why? Because time makes everything else possible. Without time, money has little meaning. Without time, opportunities disappear. Without time, relationships cannot grow. Time is the foundation upon which every achievement is built. Money is simply one possible result of how time is invested. People who understand this stop asking, "How can I make more money?" Instead, they begin asking, "How can I use my time to create greater value?" The answer often leads to both financial success and personal fulfillment. Every hour is an investment. Many people think of time as something they spend. A more useful perspective is to think of time as something you invest. An investment produces a future return. Watching educational content may increase your knowledge. Practicing a skill improves your ability. Exercising strengthens your health. Reading expands your thinking. Building relationships creates trust. These activities generate long-term benefits. On the other hand, some activities produce very little return. Hours of aimless scrolling, constant television, unnecessary arguments, complaining, procrastination. These activities consume time without creating meaningful value. Every hour asks a simple question: what kind of future am I helping create? The answer depends on how you invest it. The illusion of being busy. One of the greatest misconceptions in modern life is believing that busyness equals productivity. People often say, "I've been busy all day." Being busy simply means you were active. It does not necessarily mean you made progress. Imagine two people working for 8 hours. The first spends the day answering emails, checking notifications, attending unnecessary meetings, and switching constantly between tasks. The second identifies one important project and gives it focused attention. At the end of the day, both are tired. Only one has made meaningful progress. Activity and achievement are not the same. Your goal is not to fill your day. Your goal is to improve your day. The hidden cost of wasted time: when people waste money, they usually notice immediately. A poor purchase creates instant regret. Time disappears more quietly. 5 minutes here. 10 minutes there. A few unnecessary distractions. A little procrastination. Individually, these moments seem harmless. Together, they become days, weeks, and months. Consider spending just 1 hour every day on activities that add no value. Over 1 year, that becomes more than 365 hours. That is the equivalent of more than 15 full days. Imagine what could be accomplished with 15 extra days. You could read dozens of books, learn a new language, build a business, develop a valuable skill, improve your health. The problem is rarely one large mistake. It is hundreds of small moments that quietly disappear. The opportunity cost of every choice. Economists use the term opportunity cost to describe what you give up whenever you make a decision. Every yes automatically becomes a no to something else. When you choose to spend 2 hours watching random videos, you also choose not to spend those hours learning, exercising, creating, or resting. When you accept unnecessary commitments, you reduce the time available for meaningful work. Understanding opportunity cost changes the way you think. Instead of asking, "Can I do this?" you begin asking, "What will this decision prevent me from doing?" This simple question encourages wiser choices. Where does your time actually go? Many people underestimate how much time disappears during an ordinary day. Small interruptions seem harmless. Checking your phone for 5 minutes. Watching one short video. Replying to unnecessary messages. Taking frequent breaks without purpose. These moments accumulate quickly. Without realizing it, several productive hours may disappear. One of the most valuable exercises you can perform is simply observing how you spend your time. Not judging yourself. Not feeling guilty. Simply observing. Awareness is the beginning of improvement. You cannot improve what you never examine. Your calendar reflects your priorities. People often claim that family, health, learning, or personal growth are their highest priorities. Yet their calendars tell another story. Hours disappear into distractions. Important goals receive only leftover time. If something truly matters, it deserves a place in your schedule. Successful people do not merely hope they will find time. They intentionally create it. Your calendar should reflect the life you want to build, not merely the responsibilities you happen to receive. Planning creates freedom. Some people resist planning because they believe it limits spontaneity. In reality, planning creates freedom. When you know what needs to be done, you spend less time deciding, less time worrying, less time feeling overwhelmed. Planning removes uncertainty. Instead of wondering what to do next, you simply begin. Even a simple daily plan provides clarity. Clarity reduces stress. Reduced stress improves focus. Improved focus produces better results. Protect your peak hours. Everyone has periods during the day when their mind works best. Some people think most clearly early in the morning. Others become highly productive during the afternoon. Some perform best in the evening. Identify your strongest hours. Protect them. Avoid wasting your highest energy periods on low-value tasks. Use those hours for creative work. Important decisions. Learning. Problem solving. Reserve routine activities for times when your energy naturally declines. Working with your natural rhythm produces better results with less effort. Learn the value of saying no. Every commitment carries a time cost. Before saying yes to a request, ask yourself whether it supports your goals or distracts from them. Successful people understand that saying yes to everything often means saying no to what matters most. Protecting your time requires courage. It means declining opportunities that do not align with your priorities. It means creating space for meaningful work. Every thoughtful no protects an important yes. Time compounds like interest. Small daily investments may appear insignificant. Reading 20 pages each day equals more than 7,000 pages each year. Practicing a skill for 30 minutes every day creates more than 180 hours of deliberate improvement annually. Walking for 30 minutes each day improves health, energy, and mental clarity over time. Time compounds. Just like financial investments. The earlier you begin investing wisely, the greater the long-term rewards. The most valuable question. Throughout each day, pause occasionally and ask yourself one question: is this the best use of my time right now? This question creates awareness. Awareness improves decisions. Better decisions improve results. You do not need to answer perfectly every time. Simply asking the question changes your behavior. It reminds you that time is precious. That every hour matters. That your future is being shaped by what you choose to do in this moment. The people who consistently achieve remarkable success are rarely those who possess the most time. They are the ones who consistently make the best use of the time they already have. Time is your greatest asset. Treat it with the same care you would give your most valuable possession. Because unlike every other possession, once time is gone, it can never be recovered. Your future depends on how wisely you invest today. Chapter 3. Focus in a distracted world. We live in one of the most connected periods in human history. With a single tap, you can communicate with someone across the world, learn almost any skill, start a business, read thousands of books, or solve complex problems in minutes. Technology has created opportunities that previous generations could hardly imagine. Yet the same technology has created one of the greatest challenges of modern life. Distraction. Every day, countless notifications compete for your attention. Emails arrive continuously. Social media platforms are designed to keep you scrolling. Streaming services encourage endless entertainment. News updates appear every hour. Advertisements demand your focus, and messages interrupt your thoughts before they have time to develop. Your attention has become one of the world's most valuable resources. Companies compete for it. Applications are designed to capture it. Algorithms are built to hold it. The longer they keep your attention, the more valuable it becomes to them. This means protecting your focus is no longer just a productivity skill. It is a life skill. Those who learn to direct their attention intentionally will enjoy a tremendous advantage in every area of life. Those who fail to protect it may spend years feeling busy while accomplishing very little. Focus is the gateway to excellence. Every meaningful accomplishment requires sustained attention. A scientist conducting research cannot discover new ideas while constantly checking messages. An author cannot write a great book while switching between social media and writing every few minutes. An athlete cannot master a skill without concentrated practice. A student cannot deeply understand complex ideas while watching videos and replying to notifications at the same time. Focus allows your mind to work at its highest level. It helps you notice patterns, solve problems, generate creative ideas, remember information, produce high-quality work. Without focus, your efforts become scattered. With focus, even ordinary effort becomes remarkably effective. The cost of constant interruption. Many people underestimate the hidden cost of interruptions. When your attention shifts from one task to another, your brain does not instantly return to full concentration. Instead, part of your attention remains attached to the previous activity. This creates what psychologists often call attention residue. Imagine writing an important report. A message appears. You check it for only 30 seconds. Then you return to writing. Although the interruption was brief, your mind may need several minutes to regain its previous level of concentration. Multiply this process dozens of times throughout the day. The result is not only lost minutes. It is lost quality, lost creativity, lost momentum. The most productive people protect their attention because they understand how valuable uninterrupted thinking truly is. Deep work creates extraordinary results. There are two ways to work. The first is shallow work. It includes routine emails, simple administrative tasks, quick responses, and repetitive activities. These tasks are necessary, but they rarely create extraordinary value. The second is deep work. Deep work requires complete concentration. It challenges your abilities. It pushes your thinking. It produces meaningful results. Writing, designing, learning, strategic planning, problem solving, creating. These activities often determine the difference between average performance and exceptional achievement. The ability to perform deep work has become increasingly rare. At the same time, it has become increasingly valuable. Those who master it often outperform people who simply work longer hours. Your environment shapes your attention. Many people rely entirely on willpower to stay focused. Willpower helps. Environment helps even more. Imagine trying to concentrate while your phone vibrates every few minutes. A television plays in the background. Multiple browser tabs remain open. Your desk is cluttered. The room is noisy. Remaining focused becomes difficult because your surroundings constantly invite distraction. Now imagine a different environment. Your phone is silent. Your workspace is clean. Only the tools required for your task remain visible. The room is calm. The difference is remarkable. Your environment silently influences your behavior. Design it to support your goals instead of working against them. Single tasking beats multitasking. Modern society often praises multitasking. People believe accomplishing several tasks simultaneously demonstrates efficiency. In reality, the brain performs best when concentrating on one important activity at a time. Multitasking divides attention. Errors increase. Learning decreases. Stress rises. Productivity falls. Single tasking creates depth. Instead of doing many things poorly, you do one thing exceptionally well. Complete it. Then move to the next. This simple habit improves both speed and quality. The myth of constant availability. Many people feel obligated to respond immediately to every message, every email, every notification, every request. While responsiveness has value, constant availability carries a hidden price. It fragments attention, interrupts important work, prevents deep thinking. Not every message requires an immediate response. Not every notification deserves your attention. Productive people create boundaries. They decide when they will check communication rather than allowing communication to control their schedule. This small shift protects valuable hours of uninterrupted focus. Mental clarity begins with elimination. Improving focus is not only about adding new habits. It is also about removing unnecessary distractions. Eliminate unnecessary notifications. Reduce digital clutter. Avoid excessive commitments. Simplify your workspace. Limit information overload. Every unnecessary distraction removed creates additional space for meaningful work. Focus grows stronger when distractions grow weaker. The power of intentional breaks. Many people believe productivity means working continuously without rest. The opposite is often true. The human mind performs best in cycles. Periods of concentrated effort followed by meaningful recovery. Short breaks refresh attention. Movement restores energy. Fresh air improves alertness. Stepping away briefly often allows solutions to appear more naturally. Rest should not become an excuse for procrastination. Nor should work become an excuse for ignoring recovery. Balance creates sustainable performance. Guard your morning focus. The first hour of your day often determines the quality of the hours that follow. Many people begin the morning by immediately checking messages, news, or social media. Before they have chosen their priorities, the world has already chosen them. Instead, protect the beginning of your day. Spend those valuable minutes planning, learning, writing, reflecting, exercising, completing meaningful work. How you begin your morning often influences your mindset for the entire day. Focus is like a muscle. Just as physical strength improves through regular exercise, focus improves through practice. At first, concentrated work may feel difficult. Your mind may wander. Distractions may seem irresistible. Continue practicing. Gradually increase the amount of time you spend working without interruption. Over weeks and months, your ability to concentrate will grow stronger. The mind adapts to whatever it repeatedly experiences. Train it to focus, not to become distracted. The difference between motion and progress: many activities create the feeling of productivity. Organizing files, answering low-priority emails, attending unnecessary meetings. These activities create motion. They create movement. But movement is not always progress. Progress occurs when your work brings you closer to your most important goals. Every day, identify the work that truly matters. Protect your attention until it is completed. Everything else becomes easier afterward. Your attention determines your future. Every achievement begins with attention. Before you learn, you must pay attention. Before you create, you must focus. Before you solve a problem, you must think deeply. Where your attention goes, your life follows. If your attention constantly belongs to distractions, your future will reflect distraction. If your attention consistently belongs to meaningful work, your future will reflect achievement. This is why focus is far more than a productivity technique. It is a way of living. Every day, countless voices compete for your attention. Your responsibility is deciding which ones deserve it. Protect your attention. Guard your focus. Direct your energy toward work that truly matters. Because in a distracted world, the ability to concentrate has become one of the greatest competitive advantages you can develop. And the person who masters focus ultimately gains control over both time and results. Chapter 4. Designing your perfect day. Every successful life is built from successful days. People often dream about changing their future, but they rarely think about changing today. They create ambitious 5-year plans, imagine impressive careers, and set exciting long-term goals. Yet they overlook the simple fact that every future is created by a series of ordinary days. Your life is not determined by what you do occasionally. It is determined by what you do consistently. This means the quality of your daily routine matters more than occasional bursts of motivation. If your average day is productive, your average year will be productive. If your average day is filled with distractions, your average year will likely reflect the same pattern. Designing your perfect day does not mean creating an impossible schedule where every minute is planned. It means creating a flexible structure that helps you consistently perform your best. The goal is not perfection. The goal is intention. When your day has a purpose, your life gains direction. Every great day begins before it starts. Most productive days are prepared the evening before. Many people wake up without a clear plan. They immediately begin reacting. Emails determine their priorities. Phone calls interrupt their schedule. Social media steals their attention. By lunchtime, they have been busy for hours but accomplished very little. Planning tomorrow before going to bed changes everything. Instead of beginning the morning with confusion, you begin with clarity. You already know your priorities. You already know your first task. You eliminate unnecessary decisions. This allows you to begin working instead of wondering what to do. Preparation creates confidence. Confidence creates action. Action creates results. Win the first hour. The first hour after waking has extraordinary influence over the rest of the day. How you spend these minutes often determines your mindset, energy, and focus. Many people begin by reaching for their phones. Before they have fully awakened, they are already reading messages, checking notifications, and consuming information created by other people. Their attention belongs to the world before it belongs to themselves. Imagine a different beginning. You wake up calmly. Drink water. Move your body. Spend a few quiet minutes reflecting. Review your goals. Read something meaningful. Plan your priorities. By the time your work begins, your mind is already focused. You have chosen the direction of your day instead of allowing distractions to choose it for you. A strong morning creates momentum. Momentum makes productive choices easier throughout the day. Start with your most important work. Every day contains work that truly matters. It may be writing a proposal, studying for an important examination, building your business, practicing a valuable skill, having an important conversation. Unfortunately, many people postpone these tasks. They begin with small, easy activities because they require less effort. They answer emails, organize files, check messages, attend unnecessary meetings. By the time they reach their most important work, their energy has already declined. Reverse this pattern. Complete your highest value work while your mind is fresh. Protect your best hours for your biggest priorities. Everything else can wait. Build your day around energy, not just time. Most schedules are built around the clock. Successful schedules are built around energy. Every person experiences natural changes in energy throughout the day. There are hours when concentration feels effortless. There are also periods when your mind becomes tired. Pay attention to these patterns. Schedule demanding work during your highest energy periods. Reserve routine activities for lower energy moments. Instead of fighting your natural rhythm, work with it. When energy and priorities align, productivity increases dramatically. Create space for deep work. Important work deserves uninterrupted attention. Constant interruptions destroy momentum. A 5-minute distraction often costs much more than 5 minutes because your mind needs time to regain concentration. Protect blocks of uninterrupted work. Silence unnecessary notifications. Close unrelated browser tabs. Keep only the tools required for your task nearby. Let people know when you should not be interrupted. Even 1 hour of complete focus often produces more meaningful results than 3 hours of interrupted effort. Deep work is where breakthroughs happen. The importance of strategic breaks. Working without stopping may appear productive. In reality, it often reduces performance. Your brain requires recovery. Short breaks restore concentration. Walking for a few minutes refreshes your thinking. Stretching improves circulation. Stepping outside provides mental clarity. These moments are not wasted time. They are investments in sustained performance. The goal is not to avoid work. The goal is to return to work with renewed focus. Recovery supports productivity. Protect your physical health. Your daily routine should strengthen your body as well as your career. Many people treat health as something they will improve later. After they finish a project. After they become successful. After life becomes less busy. Unfortunately, poor health eventually affects every area of life. Low energy reduces concentration. Lack of sleep weakens decision-making. Poor nutrition affects mood and performance. Exercise improves mental clarity. Healthy habits improve productivity because they improve the person performing the work. Your body is the vehicle through which every dream becomes reality. Take care of it every day. Reduce decision fatigue. Every decision consumes mental energy. What should I wear? What should I eat? What should I work on next? Small decisions may seem harmless. Together, they exhaust your mind. Highly productive people simplify routine decisions. They prepare clothing in advance. Plan meals. Schedule important work. Create routines. This preserves mental energy for decisions that truly matter. Simplicity increases effectiveness. Leave room for the unexpected. No day unfolds exactly as planned. Unexpected meetings appear. Emergencies happen. Family responsibilities arise. Technology fails. Traffic delays your schedule. If every minute of your day is completely occupied, even a small interruption creates stress. Leave space. Build flexibility into your schedule. A flexible plan survives unexpected challenges. A rigid plan often collapses after the first interruption. Productivity requires preparation. It also requires adaptability. End the day with reflection. A productive day should end intentionally. Many people simply stop working because they become tired. Instead, spend a few minutes reviewing the day. Ask yourself, what did I accomplish? What distracted me? What can I improve tomorrow? Write down unfinished tasks. Prepare tomorrow's priorities. Clear your workspace. Allow your mind to relax. This simple habit creates a sense of completion. It also makes tomorrow easier to begin. Reflection transforms experience into wisdom. Consistency creates extraordinary days. One excellent day will not change your life. Neither will one difficult day destroy it. What matters is the pattern. Repeated productive mornings. Repeated focused work. Repeated healthy choices. Repeated learning. Repeated improvement. These ordinary actions become extraordinary through consistency. Do not chase the perfect day. Build a repeatable one. A routine you can maintain during busy seasons. A schedule that supports your goals. A rhythm that keeps you moving forward. When your days become intentional, your weeks become productive. Productive weeks become successful months. Successful months become meaningful years. And meaningful years become a remarkable life. Design your day carefully. Because every great future begins with a well-lived today. Chapter 5. Priority over busyness. One of the greatest misconceptions about productivity is the belief that being busy means being productive. Many people wake up early, work late, answer countless emails, attend multiple meetings, and cross dozens of small tasks off their to-do lists. At the end of the day, they feel exhausted. Yet when they pause and ask themselves what meaningful progress they actually made, the answer is often disappointing. They were active, but they were not effective. Busyness creates the illusion of accomplishment. Productivity creates real results. Understanding the difference between the two can completely transform the way you work and live. The goal of this chapter is simple: to help you stop doing more and start doing what matters most. Because success is not built by completing the greatest number of tasks. It is built by completing the right tasks. The busyness trap. Modern culture often celebrates people who are constantly occupied. When someone asks how we are doing, many people proudly answer, "I'm so busy." Busyness has almost become a badge of honor. Yet being busy tells us nothing about the value of the work being done. A person can spend 10 hours responding to low-priority emails and accomplish very little. Another person can spend 3 focused hours solving an important problem and create tremendous value. The difference is not the amount of effort. The difference is where that effort is directed. Busyness without direction leads to frustration. Purposeful action leads to progress. Every task is not equally important. One of the biggest mistakes people make is treating every task as if it deserves the same level of attention. It does not. Some tasks have the power to move your life forward significantly. Others simply keep you occupied. Imagine you own a small business. Which task is more valuable? Spending 3 hours organizing old files, or spending those 3 hours developing a strategy to attract new customers? Both tasks may need to be completed eventually. But one creates far greater results. The ability to distinguish between urgent work and important work is one of the defining habits of highly productive people. Always ask yourself, will this task still matter 1 year from now? If the answer is yes, it deserves your best attention. The power of the vital few. Not every effort produces the same reward. In almost every area of life, a small number of activities produce the majority of meaningful results. A few clients generate most of a company's revenue. A few daily habits determine most of a person's health. A few skills create most career opportunities. A few decisions shape the direction of an entire life. Instead of trying to improve everything at once, identify the few activities that produce the greatest impact. Protect them. Improve them. Repeat them consistently. Extraordinary results often come from mastering a handful of essential actions. Learn to identify high-value work. High-value work usually shares several characteristics. It creates lasting value. It requires focused thinking. It improves your future rather than simply maintaining the present. Examples include learning new skills, writing, creating products, building relationships, planning, solving important problems, improving systems. Low-value work often feels easier because it provides immediate satisfaction. Checking notifications, organizing files repeatedly, attending unnecessary meetings, refreshing your inbox every few minutes. These activities create movement without meaningful progress. Whenever possible, complete high-value work before low-value work. The courage to say no. One of the greatest productivity skills is the ability to decline opportunities that do not align with your priorities. This is difficult because saying yes feels helpful. People appreciate cooperation. They admire availability. Yet every unnecessary commitment consumes time and energy. Eventually, your own goals receive only whatever time remains. Successful people understand that every yes carries a hidden cost. It reduces the time available for something else. Before accepting a new commitment, ask yourself, does this support the life I want to build? If not, politely decline whenever possible. Protecting your priorities is not selfish. It is responsible. Stop chasing perfection. Perfectionism often disguises itself as productivity. People spend endless hours adjusting tiny details that make very little difference. They rewrite emails repeatedly. Delay launching projects. Wait until everything feels perfect. Meanwhile, meaningful progress stops. Excellence is valuable. Perfection is impossible. The most successful people understand that completed work creates opportunities. Unfinished perfection creates frustration. Do your best. Learn from feedback. Continue improving. Progress always outperforms perfection. Measure progress, not activity. Many people judge themselves by how much they worked. A better question is, what meaningful progress did I make today? Suppose you spend 8 hours working. At the end of the day, ask yourself, did I move closer to my goals? Did I solve an important problem? Did I complete meaningful work? Did I improve something that will continue creating value? If the answer is yes, your day was productive. If not, busyness may have replaced progress. The goal is not simply working harder. The goal is moving forward. Protect your most important hours. Every person experiences periods of peak performance. These are the hours when concentration feels easiest. Creativity flows naturally. Decision-making improves. Problem-solving becomes more effective. Do not waste these valuable hours on routine activities. Protect them. Use them for your highest priorities. Routine tasks can always be completed later. Your best thinking deserves your best hours. Eliminate what no longer serves you. Productivity is not only about adding better habits. It is also about removing unnecessary ones. Some commitments no longer deserve your attention. Some routines have become outdated. Some projects no longer align with your goals. Do not continue investing time simply because you started something in the past. Regularly evaluate how you spend your time. Ask yourself, if I were starting today, would I choose this commitment again? If the answer is no, consider letting it go. Creating space often produces more value than filling every available hour. Focus on contribution. True productivity is not measured only by personal achievement. It is also measured by the value you create for others. Every meaningful career exists because it solves problems. Teachers educate. Doctors heal. Engineers design solutions. Entrepreneurs serve customers. Artists inspire emotions. Writers share ideas. Instead of asking, "How can I become more successful?" ask, "How can I become more useful?" When you consistently create value, success often follows naturally. Contribution gives purpose to productivity. Build a life around what matters most. Imagine reaching the end of your career. Looking back over decades of work, will you remember every email you answered? Every meeting you attended? Every minor task you completed? Probably not. You will remember the projects that mattered, the people you helped, the skills you mastered, the goals you achieved, the moments when your work created lasting impact. This perspective changes everything. It reminds you that time is too valuable to spend entirely on activities that produce little meaning. Your life deserves better. Your talent deserves better. Your future deserves better. Choose importance every day. Every morning presents two paths. One leads toward busyness. The other leads toward purpose. The busy path is crowded with distractions, constant interruptions, urgent requests, endless notifications. The purposeful path is quieter. It requires planning, focus, courage, discipline. Choosing the second path is not always easy, but it is almost always worthwhile. Remember this simple truth: being busy is easy. Being productive requires intention. Every day, identify the one task that would make the greatest difference if completed. Protect time for it. Finish it before becoming distracted by less important work. Then move to the next priority. When you consistently place importance above busyness, your days become meaningful. Your work becomes valuable. Your results become extraordinary. And over time, you discover that success was never about doing everything. It was always about doing the right things, at the right time, with your full attention. Chapter 6. The Productivity System. Many people spend their lives searching for motivation. They watch inspiring videos, read success stories, attend seminars, listen to energetic speeches. For a short time, they feel excited. They promise themselves that tomorrow will be different. Tomorrow arrives. The excitement fades. Old habits return. Nothing changes. This cycle repeats itself because motivation is temporary. It rises and falls with your emotions. Some mornings you wake up ready to conquer the world. Other mornings, even the smallest task feels difficult. If your productivity depends on motivation, your results will always be inconsistent. There is a better approach. Instead of relying on motivation, build a system. A system works even when you don't feel inspired. It guides your actions when your energy is low. It removes unnecessary decisions. It creates consistency. And consistency is what produces extraordinary results. The most successful people do not rely on occasional bursts of determination. They rely on systems that make success automatic. What is a productivity system? A productivity system is a collection of habits, routines, and processes that help you accomplish important work consistently. Think of it as a roadmap. Instead of deciding what to do every hour, your system has already answered many of those questions. You know when to wake up. You know how to begin your work. You know how to organize your tasks. You know when to take breaks. You know how to end your day. This reduces mental effort. The less time you spend deciding, the more time you spend doing. A good system creates order. Order creates clarity. Clarity creates action. Systems beat goals. Goals are important. They provide direction. They give you something to work toward. But goals alone cannot guarantee success. Imagine two people who both have the goal of running a marathon. The first simply hopes to become stronger. The second follows a structured training plan. Who is more likely to succeed? The answer is obvious. The difference is not the goal. The difference is the system. Goals tell you where you want to go. Systems determine whether you actually get there. A writer's goal may be to publish a book. Their system is writing every morning for 1 hour. A student's goal may be to graduate with excellent grades. Their system is studying consistently every evening. The goal inspires. The system delivers. Build habits that require less willpower. Willpower is limited. Every difficult decision consumes mental energy. Eventually, that energy decreases. Habits solve this problem. A habit is an action repeated so often that it requires very little thought. You no longer debate whether to brush your teeth. You simply do it. The same principle applies to productivity. Imagine beginning work every day at the same time. Reviewing your priorities before opening your email. Planning tomorrow before ending today. After enough repetition, these behaviors become automatic. Automation reduces resistance. The easier a habit becomes, the more consistently you perform it. Simplify your decisions. One hidden cause of fatigue is excessive decision-making. What should I do first? Should I exercise today? What task deserves my attention? Should I work now or later? Every decision uses mental energy. Highly productive people simplify routine choices. They create schedules. Prepare workspaces. Plan meals. Organize tasks. By reducing unnecessary decisions, they preserve energy for creative thinking and problem solving. Simplicity is not weakness. It is efficiency. Create checklists for repeated tasks. Pilots use checklists before every flight. Surgeons use checklists before operations. Engineers use checklists during complex projects. Why? Because memory is imperfect. Even experienced professionals can overlook important details. Creating simple checklists improves consistency. If you regularly perform the same activities, write them down. Morning routine. Weekly review. Project planning. Meeting preparation. Content creation. A checklist reduces mistakes. It increases confidence. It allows your mind to focus on thinking instead of remembering. Organize your workspace. Your environment influences your behavior. A cluttered desk often creates a cluttered mind. Searching for documents wastes time. Messy surroundings increase distractions. An organized workspace creates calm. Keep only the tools you need nearby. Remove unnecessary clutter. Arrange your workspace so that productive behavior becomes easy. Small environmental improvements often produce surprisingly large increases in productivity. Build a weekly review habit. Every successful system includes regular review. Without review, small problems become large ones. At least once each week, pause and evaluate your progress. Ask yourself, what went well this week? What challenges did I face? Which habits helped me most? What distracted me? What should I improve next week? These questions transform experience into wisdom. They prevent repeated mistakes. Continuous improvement begins with honest reflection. Create systems for difficult days. Everyone experiences difficult days. You become tired. Unexpected problems appear. Motivation disappears. These moments do not require a new goal. They require a reliable system. On difficult days, simplify your expectations. Complete one important task. Maintain your essential habits. Protect your routine. Even small progress keeps momentum alive. Consistency matters more than perfection. A system keeps you moving forward even when life becomes challenging. Automate what you can. Not every task requires your constant attention. Technology can simplify many routine activities. Automatic bill payments. Calendar reminders. Digital task managers. Templates for repeated work. Scheduled backups. Automated savings. Each automation saves a small amount of time. Together, they create significant freedom. Automation allows you to spend more energy on creative, meaningful work. Work that only you can do. Build systems around your strengths. Do not copy someone else's routine simply because it works for them. Your productivity system should fit your personality, responsibilities, and lifestyle. Some people perform their best early in the morning. Others produce exceptional work later in the day. Some prefer detailed planning. Others prefer flexible structures. Observe yourself carefully. Notice when your energy is highest. Identify what helps you focus. Build a system that supports your natural strengths while improving your weaknesses. The best productivity system is the one you can maintain consistently. Improve one system at a time. Many people attempt to transform their entire lives overnight. They create impossible schedules. Adopt dozens of new habits. Change everything at once. Within weeks, they become overwhelmed. Then they quit. Real improvement happens gradually. Strengthen one habit. Improve one routine. Simplify one process. Allow each improvement to become permanent before adding another. Small changes accumulate. Eventually, your entire system becomes stronger. Let the system carry you. There will be mornings when you feel energetic. There will also be mornings when you do not. Your system should work on both kinds of days. That is its greatest strength. When motivation fades, the routine remains. When inspiration disappears, the habit continues. When life becomes difficult, the system provides stability. Over time, you stop relying on emotions. You begin relying on structure. And structure creates freedom. Because the less energy you spend deciding what to do, the more energy you have for doing what truly matters. A productive life is not built through occasional moments of brilliance. It is built through systems repeated every day. Create systems that support your goals. Strengthen them continuously. Trust them consistently. In time, those systems will quietly transform your habits, your work, and your life. Success will no longer depend on how motivated you feel. It will become the natural result of the way you live. Chapter 7. The Habit of Execution. Ideas are everywhere. Every day, millions of people think about writing a book, starting a business, learning a new language, improving their health, saving money, or changing their lives. Some even make detailed plans. They buy notebooks, create vision boards, watch motivational videos, read inspiring books, attend seminars. For a brief moment, everything feels possible. Then life returns to normal. The notebook remains empty. The business idea is never launched. The exercise routine lasts only a few days. The dream slowly fades into another forgotten intention. The difference between successful people and unsuccessful people is rarely the quality of their ideas. It is the quality of their execution. Ideas have potential. Execution creates results. No matter how brilliant your plans may be, they have no value until they become action. Execution is the bridge between possibility and achievement. Without it, dreams remain imagination. With it, ordinary people accomplish extraordinary things. Why people fail to take action? Most people do not avoid action because they are lazy. They avoid action because of fear. Fear of failure. Fear of criticism. Fear of making mistakes. Fear of not being good enough. Sometimes the fear is obvious. Sometimes it hides behind excuses. I'll start next week. I need more information. I'm waiting for the perfect time. I'll begin when life becomes less busy. These excuses feel reasonable. But they often protect us from discomfort rather than preparing us for success. The truth is simple. There will never be a perfect time. The perfect time is usually the moment you decide to begin. Action creates clarity. Many people believe they need complete confidence before taking the first step. The opposite is usually true. Confidence grows because of action. Imagine learning to ride a bicycle. Reading about balance helps. Watching videos helps. Listening to advice helps. But real learning begins only when you get on the bicycle. You may fall. You may wobble. You may struggle. Each attempt teaches something new. Eventually, what once felt impossible becomes natural. Life works the same way. Action reveals answers that thinking alone never can. Progress belongs to those who begin. The first step is always the hardest. Every meaningful journey begins with resistance. Starting a book feels difficult. Beginning a workout feels uncomfortable. Making the first sales call feels intimidating. The first step demands the greatest effort because momentum has not yet been created. Once movement begins, continuing becomes easier. Imagine pushing a heavy car. The first few seconds require tremendous effort. After it begins rolling, maintaining motion requires much less energy. Your projects work exactly the same way. Do not judge the difficulty of the first step. Simply take it. Momentum will help with the rest. Break big goals into small actions. Large goals often feel overwhelming. Writing an entire book seems impossible. Running a marathon feels intimidating. Building a successful company appears enormous. Instead of focusing on the entire journey, focus on the next small step. One page. One workout. One phone call. One lesson. One customer. Small actions reduce fear. They increase confidence. They make progress visible. Every great accomplishment is simply thousands of small actions completed consistently. Overcoming procrastination. Procrastination rarely means doing nothing. More often, it means doing something easier instead of something important. You organize your desk. Reply to messages. Watch educational videos. Research endlessly. These activities create the feeling of productivity while delaying meaningful work. One powerful solution is to begin immediately. Tell yourself, I only need to work for 5 minutes. 5 minutes feels manageable. Once you begin, you often continue far longer. Starting is usually the greatest obstacle. Once you are moving, continuing becomes much easier. Progress beats perfection. Perfectionism is one of the greatest enemies of execution. People wait until everything feels perfect. They revise endlessly. Delay publishing. Postpone launching. Continue preparing. Meanwhile, opportunities disappear. The first version of your work will rarely be perfect. It doesn't need to be. Every successful author wrote imperfect first drafts. Every successful business began with mistakes. Every skilled professional started as a beginner. Perfection is impossible. Improvement is achievable. Complete your work. Learn from experience. Improve the next version. Growth comes through repetition, not hesitation. Finish what you start. Beginning is exciting. Finishing requires discipline. Many people enjoy the excitement of new ideas. Few enjoy the steady effort required to complete them. The habit of finishing creates confidence. Each completed project strengthens your belief in yourself. Each unfinished project weakens it. Train yourself to complete what you begin. Even when enthusiasm fades. Even when progress slows. Completion creates opportunities that unfinished dreams never can. Build momentum every day. Momentum is one of the most powerful forces in productivity. One productive day encourages another. One completed task creates energy for the next. Small victories build confidence. Confidence creates more action. The opposite is also true. Repeated procrastination creates discouragement. Discouragement leads to more delay. The cycle becomes difficult to break. Protect your momentum. Even on difficult days, accomplish something meaningful. A small victory is far better than no progress at all. Learn from failure. Execution does not guarantee immediate success. Some projects will fail. Some plans will not work. Some decisions will prove incorrect. Failure is not evidence that you should stop. It is evidence that you are learning. Every successful person has experienced disappointment. The difference is that they continued. Instead of asking, "Why did I fail?" ask, "What did this experience teach me?" Lessons transform setbacks into future success. Discipline creates freedom. Many people think discipline restricts freedom. In reality, discipline creates freedom. Financial discipline creates financial security. Health discipline creates physical strength. Time discipline creates opportunities. Learning discipline creates expertise. Every meaningful freedom is built upon disciplined action. When you consistently execute what matters, your future gradually becomes easier. Today's discipline becomes tomorrow's opportunity. Become someone who acts. Identity shapes behavior. If you see yourself as someone who procrastinates, procrastination becomes normal. If you see yourself as someone who finishes what they begin, action becomes natural. Ask yourself, what kind of person do I want to become? Then behave like that person today. Not next month. Not next year. Today. Every action becomes evidence supporting your new identity. Repeated consistently, your identity changes. And once your identity changes, your behavior naturally follows. The power of daily execution. Imagine completing one meaningful task every day for an entire year. 365 important actions. 365 opportunities to improve. 365 investments in your future. The results would be extraordinary. Execution is rarely dramatic. Most days, it looks ordinary. Showing up. Beginning. Continuing. Finishing. Repeating. These simple actions quietly transform lives. Do not wait for perfect conditions. Do not wait for unlimited confidence. Do not wait until fear disappears. Start where you are. Use what you have. Take the next step, then another. And another. Because success is not built by those who know the most. It is built by those who consistently execute what they know. Ideas inspire. Plans organize. Knowledge prepares. But execution changes lives. Make execution your daily habit. In time, you will discover that your greatest achievements were never the result of one extraordinary effort. They were the result of ordinary actions performed with extraordinary consistency. Chapter 8. Multiplying your results. Hard work is valuable. There is dignity in effort, satisfaction in perseverance, and pride in completing meaningful work. Throughout history, hardworking people have built businesses, discovered scientific breakthroughs, created masterpieces, and transformed communities. However, there is an important truth that many people discover only after years of experience. Hard work alone is not enough. If effort were the only requirement for success, every person working long hours would achieve extraordinary results. But reality tells a different story. Some people work tirelessly yet remain overwhelmed. Others seem to accomplish remarkable things without constantly feeling exhausted. The difference often lies in one word: leverage. Leverage is the ability to produce greater results without increasing effort at the same rate. It means working smarter without becoming lazy. It means using your time, skills, technology, relationships, and knowledge more effectively. The goal is not to work less. The goal is to create more value from the work you already do. When you understand leverage, your productivity begins to multiply. The difference between effort and effectiveness: imagine two people cutting down a tree. The first person swings a dull axe for 10 hours. The second spends 30 minutes sharpening the blade before beginning. Both work hard. Only one works wisely. Preparation improves performance. The same principle applies in every profession. A teacher who improves classroom methods reaches more students. A business owner who builds efficient systems serves more customers. A writer who develops a daily writing routine produces more books. The question is no longer, how hard am I working? Instead, ask, how effective is my effort? Small improvements in effectiveness create enormous long-term rewards. Invest in learning. One of the greatest forms of leverage is knowledge. Skills stay with you long after money has been spent. Every book you read expands your thinking. Every course you complete increases your abilities. Every meaningful conversation teaches a new perspective. Learning is one of the few investments that continues paying dividends for the rest of your life. Successful people never stop learning. They remain curious. They ask questions. They welcome feedback. They understand that personal growth creates professional growth. Never assume you have learned enough. The moment you stop learning, you stop growing. Build skills that create opportunity. Not all skills produce equal results. Some abilities create opportunities across many areas of life. Clear communication, leadership, problem solving, critical thinking, time management, decision making, emotional intelligence. These skills increase your value regardless of your profession. They help you solve problems, build trust, lead teams, serve customers, create meaningful relationships. Invest your time developing abilities that remain valuable even as industries change. Knowledge may become outdated. Strong foundational skills continue creating opportunities. Let technology work for you. Technology can either become your greatest distraction or your greatest assistant. The difference depends on how you use it. Use digital calendars to organize your schedule. Task management applications to track important work. Cloud storage to protect valuable information. Automation tools to eliminate repetitive tasks. Templates to save time. Artificial intelligence to assist with research, brainstorming, or organizing ideas. Technology should support your productivity, not replace your thinking. Use it intentionally. Allow it to handle routine work so your mind remains free for creative and meaningful tasks. Delegate when appropriate. Many people believe they must do everything themselves. This belief often limits growth. Delegation is not avoiding responsibility. It is directing your attention toward work that only you can perform. If someone else can complete a routine task effectively, consider allowing them to do so. This creates time for strategic thinking, creative work, planning, leadership, relationship building. Delegation multiplies your effectiveness because it allows multiple people to contribute toward shared goals. Learning to trust others is an important step toward greater productivity. Create repeatable processes. Imagine completing the same task every week. Instead of starting from the beginning each time, create a repeatable process. Write down each step. Identify unnecessary work. Simplify the routine. Over time, the process becomes faster, easier, and more reliable. Businesses call these standard operating procedures. Individuals can benefit from them just as much. Morning routines, project planning, content creation, budget reviews, weekly planning. Repeatable processes reduce mistakes, increase consistency, save valuable mental energy. Continuous improvement creates extraordinary growth. Success rarely arrives through one dramatic breakthrough. It usually grows through continuous improvement. Ask yourself regularly, how can I make this process 1% better? 1% may seem insignificant. Yet small improvements accumulate. Better organization saves minutes each day. Clearer communication prevents misunderstandings. Improved planning reduces stress. Healthier habits increase energy. Together, these small improvements create remarkable long-term progress. Never stop refining your methods. Excellence is built through constant adjustment. Relationships multiply success. No one succeeds entirely alone. Every meaningful achievement involves other people. Teachers share knowledge. Mentors provide guidance. Friends offer encouragement. Colleagues contribute ideas. Customers create opportunities. Strong relationships multiply your results because they expand your perspective, introduce you to new opportunities. Provide honest feedback. Offer support during difficult times. Invest time in building trust. Listen carefully. Keep your promises. Show appreciation. Relationships are among the most valuable assets you will ever develop. Teach what you learn. One of the fastest ways to strengthen your understanding is by teaching others. When you explain an idea, you discover what you truly understand. Teaching forces clarity. It reveals weaknesses in your thinking. It strengthens memory. Whether you mentor a colleague, help a friend, write articles, or simply share ideas during conversations, Teaching benefits both the learner and the teacher. Knowledge grows when it is shared. Generosity often becomes another form of leverage. Protect your health as a performance advantage. Many people separate productivity from health. They should not. Your body influences every decision you make. Sleep improves concentration. Exercise strengthens memory. Healthy nutrition supports energy. Stress management improves creativity. Ignoring health eventually reduces performance. Taking care of your physical and mental well-being is one of the highest return investments you can make. A healthy body supports a productive mind. Think beyond today. Most people make decisions based only on immediate results. Highly productive people think differently. They ask, how will this decision affect me 1 year from now? This perspective changes priorities. Learning becomes more important than entertainment. Saving becomes more important than unnecessary spending. Exercise becomes more important than temporary comfort. Relationships become more valuable than constant busyness. Long-term thinking encourages wiser decisions. Today's actions become tomorrow's opportunities. Multiply value, not just activity. Imagine planting a fruit tree. The effort required to plant it happens once. For years afterward, it continues producing fruit. Some activities create the same effect. Writing a useful guide, building an online course, creating a business system, developing a helpful template, learning a valuable skill. These efforts continue producing value long after the initial work is finished. Whenever possible, spend time creating work that continues serving others. This is one of the most powerful ways to multiply your results. Build a life that continues growing. Success is not about reaching one destination and stopping. Growth should become a lifelong habit. Continue learning. Continue improving. Continue serving. Continue refining your systems. Continue strengthening your character. Each year should leave you wiser than the previous one. Each experience should become another lesson. Each challenge another opportunity. The greatest advantage in life belongs to those who never stop growing. When you combine focused effort with continuous improvement, your results begin to multiply naturally. You accomplish more without sacrificing your health. You create greater value without working endlessly. You build systems that continue producing benefits for years to come. That is the true meaning of multiplying your results. It is not about doing more. It is about becoming more. And as you become more capable, disciplined, and intentional, your impact expands far beyond what you once believed possible. Chapter 9. Staying consistent for life. Starting is exciting. A new year begins, and people create ambitious goals. They purchase planners, download productivity apps, join gyms, register for online courses, and promise themselves that this time will be different. For a few days or even a few weeks, everything goes according to plan. They wake up early, exercise regularly, complete important tasks, stay focused. Then life happens. A demanding week at work, a family emergency, an unexpected illness, a vacation, a stressful project. Gradually, routines begin to fade. One missed workout becomes an entire month without exercise. One postponed task becomes a habit of procrastination. One distraction becomes a daily pattern. The problem was never starting. The problem was staying consistent. Consistency is one of the most valuable qualities you can develop because success is rarely determined by what you do occasionally. It is determined by what you continue doing long after the excitement disappears. The greatest achievements in life belong to people who learn how to continue. Continue learning. Continue improving. Continue showing up. Continue growing, long after others have quit. Consistency is greater than intensity. Many people believe dramatic effort produces dramatic results. Sometimes it does. More often, consistent effort produces far greater outcomes. Imagine two people trying to improve their health. The first exercises intensely for 5 hours every Saturday. The second walks for 30 minutes every day. After several months, the second person is likely to experience better long-term results. Why? Because consistency builds habits. Habits become routines. Routines become lifestyles. Short bursts of effort may create temporary improvement. Consistent action creates permanent change. The goal is not to do everything perfectly. The goal is to keep moving forward. Never miss twice. Everyone experiences setbacks. You will oversleep, miss a workout, forget a task, lose focus, delay a project. These moments do not determine your future. Your response does. Missing one day is a mistake. Missing 2 days begins creating a pattern. Whenever you fall behind, return as quickly as possible. Do not waste energy feeling guilty. Do not wait until Monday. Do not promise to restart next month. Restart today. Every return strengthens your resilience. Accept that progress is not linear. Many people expect improvement to happen in a straight line. Reality rarely works that way. Some weeks you will make remarkable progress. Other weeks may feel disappointing. Growth often includes setbacks, plateaus, and unexpected challenges. Do not mistake temporary difficulty for permanent failure. Every meaningful journey includes obstacles. The important question is not, am I progressing every single day? It is, am I continuing despite today's challenges? Patience is one of the greatest advantages you can develop. Avoid the trap of burnout. Working harder is not always the answer. Many ambitious people push themselves beyond healthy limits. They sacrifice sleep, ignore stress, skip meals, work without rest. Eventually, exhaustion replaces productivity. Burnout is not a sign of commitment. It is often a sign of imbalance. True productivity is sustainable. Protect your energy. Take breaks. Exercise regularly. Spend time with family and friends. Enjoy hobbies. Rest without guilt. Recovery is part of progress, not the opposite of it. Build habits that fit your life. Many routines fail because they are unrealistic. Someone decides to exercise 2 hours every day. Read 3 books every week. Wake up at 4 o'clock every morning. Work 12 hours daily. These routines may succeed temporarily. Eventually, they become impossible to maintain. Instead, build habits that fit your actual lifestyle. Choose routines you can continue during busy seasons. Simple habits performed consistently always outperform ambitious habits that quickly disappear. Success belongs to sustainable systems. Measure your progress. Without measurement, improvement becomes difficult. Regularly review your habits. Track important goals. Celebrate small victories. Notice patterns. Ask yourself, am I becoming more focused? Am I managing my time better? Am I making wiser decisions? Measurement creates awareness. Awareness encourages improvement. Do not compare yourself with others. Compare yourself with the person you were yesterday. Your own progress is the only comparison that truly matters. Learn from difficult seasons. Every life includes challenges, loss, disappointment, failure, unexpected change. These experiences test your character. Some people allow difficult seasons to define them. Others allow difficult seasons to develop them. Every challenge contains a lesson. Perhaps it teaches patience, humility, resilience, gratitude, adaptability. Instead of asking, why is this happening to me? Ask, what can this experience teach me? Growth often begins where comfort ends. Surround yourself with positive influences. Your environment shapes your consistency. The people around you influence your habits, attitudes, and expectations. Spend time with individuals who encourage growth, who value honesty, who pursue excellence, who inspire action. Avoid relationships that constantly encourage negativity, excuses, or complacency. You become similar to the people with whom you spend the most time. Choose your environment carefully. It quietly shapes your future. Celebrate progress. Many people wait until they achieve enormous success before feeling proud. This mindset creates unnecessary frustration. Celebrate meaningful progress. Completing a difficult project, maintaining a new habit for 1 month, learning a valuable skill, keeping a promise to yourself. These victories deserve recognition. Celebrating progress strengthens motivation. It reminds you that improvement is happening. Small victories create confidence. Confidence encourages consistency. Stay connected to your purpose. Habits become easier when connected to a meaningful reason. Why do you want better health? Why do you seek financial freedom? Why do you want greater focus? Why are you pursuing this goal? The stronger your purpose, the stronger your persistence. Purpose provides strength during difficult days. It reminds you why your effort matters. Never lose sight of the reason behind your work. Purpose transforms ordinary tasks into meaningful actions. Build a lifestyle, not a project. Many people approach productivity as a temporary challenge. They work intensely for a few months, then return to old habits. The daily edge is different. It is not a short-term project. It is a way of living. It means choosing growth every day, learning continuously, managing time wisely, protecting focus, serving others, improving steadily. When productivity becomes part of your identity, consistency becomes much easier. You no longer ask whether you feel like doing the work. You simply do what aligns with the person you have chosen to become. The strength of showing up. There will be days when progress feels invisible. Days when motivation disappears. Days when your efforts seem unnoticed. Show up anyway. Greatness is rarely built during moments of excitement. It is built during ordinary days when discipline quietly replaces emotion. Every day you continue strengthens your character. Every day you refuse to quit increases your resilience. Every day you keep your promises to yourself builds confidence. Eventually, consistency becomes your greatest advantage. People may possess more talent, more experience, more resources, but very few people are willing to continue improving year after year. Become one of those people. Stay committed during difficult seasons. Stay focused when distractions appear. Stay patient when results seem slow. Keep learning. Keep growing. Keep moving forward. Because success does not belong to the fastest. It does not belong to the luckiest. It belongs to those who continue long after others have stopped. Consistency is the quiet force behind every remarkable achievement. Master it, and you will possess a lifelong advantage that no temporary setback can ever take away. Chapter 10. Living with the Daily Edge. You have now reached the final chapter of this journey. Along the way, you have explored the principles of time management, focused attention, intentional routines, meaningful priorities, productive systems, disciplined execution, continuous improvement, and lifelong consistency. Each chapter has introduced practical ideas designed to help you become more effective, not just for a few weeks, but for the rest of your life. However, knowledge alone is never enough. The true purpose of this book has never been to give you more information. Its purpose has been to help you create transformation. Transformation happens when ideas become habits. Habits become routines. Routines become character. Character becomes destiny. The Daily Edge is not a secret technique. It is not a complicated formula. It is a way of living that allows ordinary actions to produce extraordinary results over time. Every meaningful achievement begins with one intentional day. Then another. Then another. Eventually, those days become a lifetime. Success is built one day at a time. People often become overwhelmed because they focus too far into the future. They think about everything they must accomplish over the next 5 years. The business they want to build. The wealth they hope to create. The books they wish to write. The health they want to achieve. These goals are inspiring, but they can also become intimidating. Fortunately, life is lived one day at a time. You do not need to complete 5 years of work today. You only need to complete today's work. Today's focused effort creates tomorrow's opportunity. Repeat that process consistently, and remarkable achievements become possible. Every great accomplishment is simply the result of many successful days connected together. Continue becoming a student. One of the most valuable habits you can develop is remaining teachable. The moment you believe you have nothing left to learn, growth begins to slow. Every experience teaches something. Every person knows something you do not. Every challenge contains a lesson. Read widely. Ask thoughtful questions. Seek constructive feedback. Remain curious. Learning keeps your mind active and adaptable. The world continues changing. The people who continue learning remain prepared for those changes. Growth should never end with this book. Let it become a lifelong pursuit. Build character before achievement. Achievements attract attention. Character earns trust. People may admire your accomplishments. They will remember how you treated them. Your integrity, your honesty, your reliability, your kindness. Productivity without character creates temporary success. Character creates lasting influence. Keep your promises. Accept responsibility. Respect other people's time. Practice humility. Celebrate the success of others. These qualities create relationships that endure far longer than professional accomplishments. The strongest foundation for lasting success is strong character. Measure success differently. Society often measures success through income, titles, possessions, and recognition. While these achievements can be meaningful, they do not tell the complete story. Consider measuring success differently. Did you improve today? Did you keep your promises? Did you use your time wisely? Did you help someone? Did you learn something valuable? Did you move one step closer to your purpose? If the answer is yes, you experienced a successful day. External achievements matter. Internal growth matters even more. Live with balance. Ambition is valuable. But ambition without balance eventually becomes destructive. A productive life should include meaningful work. It should also include rest, family, friendships, health, reflection, recreation. The purpose of productivity is not simply accomplishing more. It is creating a better life. Do not sacrifice the very things you hope your success will one day provide. Protect your relationships. Protect your health. Protect your peace of mind. Balance allows achievement to remain sustainable. Adapt as life changes. No productivity system remains perfect forever. Your responsibilities will change. Your career may evolve. Your family may grow. New opportunities will appear. Unexpected challenges will arise. Remain flexible. Review your routines regularly. Adjust your schedule when necessary. Improve your systems. The daily edge is built upon continuous improvement, not rigid perfection. Adaptability keeps progress alive. Leave a positive impact. The most fulfilling success extends beyond personal achievement. Consider how your work improves the lives of others. Share knowledge. Encourage people. Mentor someone beginning their journey. Solve meaningful problems. Create products or services that genuinely help others. Every positive contribution multiplies your influence. Success becomes more rewarding when it serves a purpose greater than yourself. A life of contribution creates a legacy that outlasts accomplishments. Develop a long-term perspective. Many people judge their progress after a few weeks. Meaningful change often requires years. Trees grow slowly. Strong relationships develop gradually. Expertise takes time. Financial security is built through consistent decisions. Do not become discouraged because results appear slowly. Trust the process. Continue planting seeds through your daily actions. One day, you will enjoy the harvest created by years of patient effort. The greatest rewards belong to those who think beyond immediate results. The daily edge is a choice. Every morning presents the same opportunity. You can begin intentionally. or react automatically. You can protect your attention, or surrender it to distractions. You can invest your time wisely, or allow it to disappear without purpose. You can choose growth, or remain comfortable. These choices may appear small, yet they shape the direction of your life. The daily edge is not something you discover. It is something you choose. Again and again. Day after day, year after year. Your legacy begins today. Many people think about the legacy they hope to leave behind. Few realize that legacy is being written every single day. Every conversation, every decision, every habit, every promise kept, every act of kindness, every moment of discipline. These actions quietly become the story of your life. You do not create your legacy at the end of your journey. You create it during ordinary days. Today's choices become tomorrow's memories. Tomorrow's memories become your life's story. Choose wisely. The journey never ends. Finishing this book is not the finish line. It is the starting point. The principles you have learned become valuable only when practiced consistently. Some days will be easy. Others will test your patience. Some goals will arrive sooner than expected. Others will require years of effort. Remain committed regardless of the pace. Remember what you have discovered throughout this journey. Time is your greatest asset. Focus is your greatest competitive advantage. Priorities determine progress. Systems create consistency. Execution transforms ideas into reality. Continuous learning multiplies results. Discipline creates freedom. Consistency outlasts talent. Character gives success lasting meaning. And every extraordinary life is built through ordinary days lived with purpose. The daily edge is not reserved for a fortunate few. It is available to anyone willing to make intentional choices, honor meaningful priorities, and continue improving one day at a time. Your future will not be determined by one remarkable moment. It will be determined by thousands of ordinary decisions made with extraordinary consistency. Beginning today, choose to live with purpose. Choose to focus on what truly matters. Choose to act even when motivation fades. Choose to improve even when progress feels slow. Choose to become the person your goals require. If you continue making those choices, day after day, year after year, you will discover something remarkable. Success was never hidden in extraordinary circumstances. It was waiting inside your ordinary days all along. And that is your daily edge.